We're going to talk a little bit about getting new animals for the farm, and today dealing mainly with chickens. We typically order chickens from hatcheries that we've worked with before, and while it may seem like it's a little hazardous, but it usually works very well. The hatcheries are very well versed in doing this. They pack them up expertly with heat packs if necessary, and generally they survive the trip just fine. But things happen, and unfortunately today was one of those days when it happened, and our order of 15 chicks arrived. They did not all survive, and only one did. So to compensate, we went to a local store that does have live chicks for sale. We bought some there instead. So you have your choice. You can order from hatcheries who usually do a very good job, but you run that risk of potentially having some pass away in transit, or go to a local store that has some. And even doing that, though, once you get them home, there's that possibility they could also still pass away, because when they're young, that is a big risk. So we have our live chicks now, so let's go in and we'll set up our brooder and show you how we're going to raise them, because we're the parents now, and so we have to make sure that these youngsters grow up to be producing chickens. So let's go in and get things started. Okay, so let's go and look at our homemade brooder and everything you might need in order to put some baby chicks in and let them grow up for a while. As you can see here, what we've got is a nice solid wooden box. I don't really know what this was made for originally, but we picked it up from somebody and it works very well. Now, you don't have to have something as solid as this, but you do want something that is at least solid all four walls, because then they're small, they will escape. You notice the top is not covered, but we will cover it. Again, just use things you have at home that you can scrounge and use. We've got some wire racks that are actually for closets, for shelves. It fits right on top, so when they do grow up and start jumping a little bit, they will not be able to escape. And also, the family cat will not be able to get inside the box either. That's always a good thing to keep in mind. So the first thing we need to do is put some type of bedding in our brooder. You can buy pine shavings. They're readily available at a lot of farm and home stores like that. It is recommended you only use pine shavings. Don't use cedar. Cedar gives off a type of gas and fume which can cause respiratory problems in chickens. So don't use don't use cedar. It may smell good, but it's harmful for the chicks. So pine shavings work very well. Just get a nice big bag and dump it in. You don't have to have a really deep layer, but a couple of inches to start will be fine, because then as you go each day, you can mix it up and stir it a little bit, and that will make it last a little bit longer, so you don't have to constantly be adding new shavings to your brooder. Now to get started, you need to have a feeder, of course. This is a standard, what they call hanging feeder, although you don't have to hang it, you can just have it sitting. We like this kind because it doesn't create as much mess. The chickens get it out, they don't get in here, they don't spread your food all over the place, so you will save a lot of food by using one of these versus just putting it, say, in a bowl. So these work very well. You just set it in there. Just use chick starter. That's what you have to do with young chicks. Get a stick charter type feed. If you're not familiar, go to your local farm and home store or whatever, and they'll help you out and make sure you get chick starter when you have young chicks to start with. Another thing you need besides a chick starter for feed is get some chick grit, which is really just rock in a sense. That's crushed granite in this case. They need the grit in their system to help digest and break up the food. Since they don't have teeth, of course, they just peck it and swallow it. And this actually goes into the gizzard and it helps ground up the food and digest it, so your chicks will be healthy. So get some chick grit, put it in a bowl, and they will eat it. Another thing you will need is a heat lamp. The chicks are young. They need to stay nice and warm. At first, they need to roughly stay around 95 degrees. So get your heat lamp in. Now, you don't have to keep the entire thing 95, but you want to keep at least a portion of it around 95 degrees. So it'll be helpful if you get a thermometer and check your heat. For every week after that, then you go down 5 degrees, so you can raise your heat lamp or move it such that it's all put together. So let's just take a review of what we got here. It's just a nice big wooden box. We've got a feeder in there full of chick starter. We've got our water dispenser, and would recommend you set your water on a wood block or something because they'll get up there and they'll kick the pine shavings all over the place and make a mess. So put the water on something. We've got about an inch, couple of inches, 2-3 inches of pine shavings in the bottom, which you can stir up occasionally, and then if you want, you can change it. Our heat lamp sitting in a corner to try to keep at least one area of it around 95 degrees, and you'll find that they huddle underneath it. But eventually, when they get warm, they will move around and do all kinds of things. Right now, they're all huddled in the corner because they're a little stressed out because we just moved them from one location to another. But they'll settle down. They'll start moving around, and once they get the feel of the place, they'll just be as happy as can be. And you should be fine until they're ready to go outside. Let's go in and find out how our little surviving chick is doing, since only one made it. Our recent shipment. Okay, where's our survivor at?
Our survivor?
Our surviving little chick that made...
Right here.
That's not it.
They grow fast.
No, that's
Alright.
that's a beast. Where's the little thing?
There we go.
There she is. Where's she at? That's a little Rhode Island Red. She was the only one that survived the shipment. Out of 15, she was it. So,
She's spunky.
since she's so tough, we'll have to give her a name, which we have not figured out yet, but we'll give her a name and she'll be the special one.
She'll be our mascot.
Well, maybe we will. Take a picture of her and put it on her stationery. How's that?
For a chick. Joe? Gary? Bob? Laura? Wait, it's a boy.
It's a girl.
It's a girl. Peep? Chirp? I can't think of any ideas. Ugh! Gomer Pyle? Otis Campbell! I don't know. Yeah, this is good. Looks like I'm done. Like it? This guy with the blue shirt is me in the summer, and this guy with the red shirt is me in the summer. This guy is me in the winter, and that's Cheese Puff, the guy that we're giving a name to.
Is that the name?
Uh-huh.
Cheese Puff?
Yeah.
Good job.